Wednesday the 24th of June. Mobility for today. We're going to go through full body. So we're going to start off with a bit of a hip flexor stretch, but instead of sort of getting into a deep lunge here, we really don't need to. So we're going to start off just in this sort of lunge position. But from here, your leg doesn't need to be that far apart, they don't need to be that split here. What we want to think about is standing up nice and tall, or stretching nice and tall, tucking the hips under, okay? So tucking that tailbone, I can actually already feel a bit of a stretch along that front hip flexor. If you want to intensify that a little bit, we're just gonna lean forward ever so slightly, okay? Keeping that tailbone tucked, squeezing the glutes, okay? So we squeeze our bum, and you should feel a stretch down the front of your hip there. We'll just hold this for about 10 to 20 seconds. Nice deep breaths, keep squeezing that bum. 5, 3, 2, 1, and gently push back. And from here, we're gonna straighten that front leg. Flex that foot, feel that stretch down the back of the leg there. Again, sort of 10 more seconds. And coming out of that. And now we swap legs. So again, not too far apart there. First thing we're gonna do, up nice and straight, nice long spine. Then we're gonna tuck that tailbone under, squeeze our glutes. Lean forward if you want a bit more of a stretch there. And slowly press back. Extend that front leg, lean over, stretch out that hamstring. Send that bone back. And gently come out of that. All right, this next one is a stretch that I hate doing, but I figure I should do it. So here we are. We're gonna go into frog. So I would start by getting those knees nice and wide as you can. And then ideally we're gonna bring our feet sort of perpendicular to our knees if you can. So getting those feet as wide as you can so that the inside of the foot is touching the floor. Then from here, we're gonna rock backwards and forwards because that's all that I can ever manage. If you can, sit back and hold it for 10 seconds or so. That's great. Five, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming out of that, tuck the feet back under and sit back. Ooh. Need to do a bit more of that. Okay, our next one, we're gonna take a sort of pancake stance, nice wide stance, standing up. Toes pointing forward, and from here, we're gonna bend over, ideally touching the floor, okay? Then from here, we're gonna rotate, take our right hand up towards the ceiling, look up towards that right hand, and back down. So we're getting a bit of rotation here as well through that upper back. And left hand, and right, and left, and right, and left. One more. Right, and left. And gently coming out of that, walk those feet back together. Right, we're gonna go for a bit of a complex here now. So if you get that squat stance, whatever your regular sort of squat stance is, see how we're feeling today. If we can sit in a nice deep squat, then great. Hopefully we'll be able to once we loosen off a bit. So then we're going to put our hands behind us, coming into this crab position. I'll scooch forward a bit so you can see me. So I'll come into crab, sending that bum up in the air, squeeze those glutes. Then we're going to go with our left hand, we're going to reach over, look at that left hand. We're going to come back and we're going to sit in that squat. Press the knees out, come back into crab, and this time we're going to reach over with our right hand. And then back into squat. Press those elbows into the inside of the knee, press those knees out. And then walk back into crab, left arm over, back, walk back into crab. Sorry, squat. And right hand over. And back into squat. Back out into crab. Reach with the left. Last set. Back into squat. Back into crab. Reach with that right hand. And come back into squat. Lovely. I'll just shuffle back here again. Now we're going to go for some squat to standing. So nice deep squat. If you want to place hands under feet for this, you can do, or just hands on the floor in front of you. And we're going to raise our bum up. Nice and tall, and then back down into squat. Up and down. Back up and down. Really force that chest up, hips through. Bum up and down. Chest up, hips through. Heels on the floor. Bum up and down. Just one more. Up and down. And stand yourselves up. Have a bit of a shake out. Ooh, that's a burner. Okay, final little combination we're going to go for. Don't really know what this is called. Came across it, and it is sort of an all-round shoulder back exercise. So we're going to start off hands behind the head. You can kneel or you can stand, it doesn't really matter. And then a bit of tension, so pull shoulder blades together, back and down. From here, we're going to straighten those arms out. We're in external rotation now. Our palms are facing up. We're going to turn them around so that the palms are facing down. Then we're going to tuck to the lower back, and we're going to pinch shoulders together, shoulders away from ears at this point. And then nice and slowly come back out, externally rotate, bring those shoulders back and behind the head and pinch. And back out, palms to the floor, around so that the palms of the hand are now facing behind you. Pinch, bring them out, palms facing down, now face up towards the ceiling and bring them behind the head, keeping shoulders back and down, pinch together up here as well. One more, out, palms facing down, behind the back, handcuff, pinch shoulders together, nice and slowly bring them back out, turn palms to the ceiling, behind the head, pinch. Lovely. Enjoy.